some messages for you guys. How you need to think about your career in these COVID times. One, stay positive. Think about the long term. Two, know what you really want to do. And three, once you know what you want to do, just go all in. Now, I know that the job market is quite bleak. There are not a lot of hiring that's happening in the industry these days. There might be that you might not get a lot of companies coming on campus for placements. All of this can be quite discouraging, quite disheartening. It's completely okay to feel the fear and the anxiety that comes with this is just something that's impacting in the short run. Probably it might be a little challenging in the first few years, but your career is not what you're going to do in the next 2 3 years. What you're going to do in the next 30 to 40 years is what your career is going to be. So think about the batch which graduated in 2008 when the financial crisis happened. Think about the batch that graduated in the 2000s when the dot-com bubble burst. You know, those batches also had the same struggle. The market was down even then, but it's not that they're struggling now. I'm sure they're all happy with their careers wherever they are. So make sure you have the bigger picture in mind, because that's going to help you stay positive. And it's extremely important to have a positive outlook, a positive mindset to this, because the more stress you put on yourself, the more pressure you put on yourself, the harder it is going to be for you to convert your opportunities into success. So make sure that you think about it in a bigger picture way, in a longer term horizon way, that's going to keep the pressure off you and it's going to help you stay positive, which is very imperative in these times. So make sure you have the bigger picture in mind, and then you really know what you want to do. That's my point number 2. I believe that you, rather than identifying that these are my skill set, let's see where I fit, you need to go the other way around. You need to first understand what is it that really excites you, what is it that you really want to do. Try and understand all the jobs that in the market, all the opportunities, and then see what is it that you really want to do. There are multiple ways to do it. Leverage your network.
एक webinar था college से.
If you have any questions,
5 बजे से था.
Probably address them later on. And if anybody is unmuted,
बहुत सारे लोग हैं.
Aditi, I think you're unmuted. Can you please go back to mute? Thank you. So, like I was saying, that there are multiple ways to know what are the different jobs that exist in the market. Leverage your network. And by network, I mean it could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be seniors from your college, it could be alumni network. Basically, talk to people and understand what is it that they really do in their day-to-day jobs. Next time, in fact, when you meet someone, don't ask, where do you work? Ask them, what do you do?
Hi, thank you very much for inviting me, everybody from Techno India University, and welcome to all the students. I must tell you that I remember what Charles Dickens said in his book on Tale of Two Cities. It's the best of times and the worst of times. It's the best of times for people who are really capable, and the worst of times for people who are not capable. I remember I was a placements chairman in IIM Calcutta several years ago, and the people got placed so easily. But for the first time, I'm telling people that you will now get to know who is really good and who is just an ordinary. So this is the best of time. Don't take COVID-19 as a big problem. Take it if you're really good. Take it yourself that you have to play the ball properly, go into the middle and take your shots. You are the person the company is looking for, but be confident of what you already know, your skills, the way you articulate, and your flexibility, your locational independence, all these will matter. Your CGPA is important, but if you don't know the subject, nobody is going to pay anything for your CGPA. I would suggest that all the points the previous speaker said, take note of that, and remember what Charles Dickens said, survival of the fittest. The marketers begin to come back and saying, we'll only recruit those who are the best. I'm trying to just request to get ready for the best of times ahead of you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I would really like to congratulate all the students, their parents, the professors, and anyone who would have helped you to reach this stage. This is where actual life struggle and journey of life begins. in molding and establishing a person you will see within next few years once you are in the industry. This is just so amazing. Like we all are sitting in different places in the country and we are all connected over this virtual platform. And I really thank the technology where we have reached today. I'm sure all of you might be feeling very skeptical, or rather questioning your own self, that how the present scenario, you might be blaming your fate, that what time I'm in, that because the way you planned, or the things that you planned might not come out, or might not look the same the way you thought of. And also, the term hope can seem very bleak in such times we all are in. We all are part of it. But trust me, hope and your strong willpower will lead you ways. The path may seem difficult now, but life is not a sprint. It's a marathon. We have to live it every day to succeed. And trust me, you all will succeed. This takes me back to the classic example of class of 1920. Why? Because that class also passed out at the end of another pandemic. And maybe a lot of other classes would have passed out in different difficult times, which they never envisaged. Maybe there were wars, maybe there was something else, but there were incidents, and they were the times which we do not envisage, or we are not kind of prepared for. And just to share it with you all, that I also come from one such part, because I was part of the batch 2008 and 9 when the global industrial recession was hit. And maybe somehow my luck favored, and I was placed with Satyam, then the fourth IT company, when they hired through campus placements at the end of third year. And later on, when Tech Mahindra took over, I got the opportunity letter again to join Tech Mahindra. However, because I was planning something else for my own self, and I was more thrilled to join the defense services, and I wrote those exams, and I was lucky enough that I was able to make it through the rigorous interviews that happened. And by God's grace, I joined Indian Air Force back in 2009. This is about me, right? And also one thing I would like, I'm sure all of us will be able to relate to. We all come across Google Maps these days. It's very handy. And we also encounter that sometimes we reach a dead end, or we encounter a rocky road. What do we do? We just reroute. We don't stop there. Why I'm telling you this example is because I see life as like that. Whenever there are external conditions, which will always be there, which will always be uncertain, we need to know that how we will prevail during such times. And our actions will definitely decide the way forward. So please remember that never ever lose hope, because this is definitely not the end. It's just another beginning. And there is something like, I personally believe that there is nothing which is right or wrong. It's just the perspective. It's just the time which is looking like that. And to my mind, the things were never easy, and they will never will be. They will just be different. These pandemic time and the external circumstances are different. The journey remains same. We will have to take it forward with a hard work, or maybe smart work also these days, and dedication, the self-confidence which you have, and the way you see your dreams. Because please remember, a game is never lost till it's last over. So we are still not there. With the same attitude towards life and determination, you need to keep looking for the opportunities that you desire to make careers in. Our fellow speaker, Mr. Datta, very aptly brought out the industries, and he focused on the industries who are still hiring. So maybe we need to look on the opportunities and change our ways, the way we were planning maybe before Corona times, but we need to change our ways. So take for example the cloud technologies we keep hearing these days. Every industry is adopting it, maybe service-based industry or any small-scale industry also. To that extent, the banking industries are extensively using cloud technologies these days. The major players are Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Service, also known as AWS, or the Google Cloud. So in case such technologies, I'm just taking one example here. In case such technologies are of any interest to you and you have the zeal to learn, you can always enroll yourself up for the cloud certifications, which will not only help you in learning the technology, but will also act as a differentiator for you and
Hey,
will
voice
open
to
up.
soon, voice. Hey, voice to soon, voice to soon.
Am I audible? Was there any disturbance?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Okay, I guess somebody was speaking in between. Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about the cloud certifications or the cloud technology learning. So that will definitely act as a differentiator and will definitely help you, in opening up more opportunities for you along with your engineering studies. In current situation, many global banks are following their own strategies to face these new challenges. So after my illustrious career of over a decade with the Indian Air Force, I'm now part of a global bank called UBS, which has been recently awarded as #1 private bank globally for the year 2020. So these global banks are still standing strong, I would say, to their state, because of their state-of-art infrastructure, their robust planning, which they already had before the Corona times, their capital market strength, the wealth management divisions, or the investment banking divisions have got these banks very good revenues and profits. And it might sound surprising to you that there are no layoffs in these global banks. Rather, they are hiring more candidates because the workload in enabling the workforce to operate in these times has increased, and it has opened up few different opportunities as well. So going forward with the same, I would like to share this message with the placement coordinators and the placement cell also. Another way that the college students can look forward for a better opportunity or a good portfolio is that they can start looking for maybe such global banks or other industries who are open for providing the internship programs at the end of third year of engineering in the summer interns, the 2 or 3 months break that students get, wherein the students can showcase their niche skill and also develop more on their skills. And you never know, you might be able to secure a very good opportunity within the firm during your internship as well. Another thing which I would like to talk about is if in case the programming is your field or you really like coding, so you can participate in different hackathons, and there are platforms like CodeChef. You can also enroll yourself in the Hacker Earth and get your scores ready before applying for any job. This will definitely give you a recognition and a cutting edge over the other competitors. I'm sure, and few of you might be planning or already had plans for higher studies, and some of you might be planning because of the Corona times, but that's also not a bad idea at all. I personally feel that we all are lucky that Corona has happened now, wherein the technology has made so many advancements that it is part of our life. We breathe technology, I would say. The only way we used to go to office or college or schools has changed. It has come to our homes, our desktops, our laptops, or even I've seen people attending Zoom calls on mobile. But the studies have not stopped. The learning has not stopped, and it never will. So last but not the least, I would like to say that you should never look down on your feet, but look at the million stars that shine above you, showing you million opportunities. Be curious, stay strong, and fight till you succeed, because sky is the only limit.